There is a strange calm that appears right before everything becomes clear. Not peace, not chaos, something in between. You feel it in quiet moments, when the noise of the world fades, but your heart feels louder than ever. Emotions rise without names. You're not sad, not happy, not afraid, yet everything feels intense, as if life is holding its breath. This is the moment when the mind searches for answers, but the soul stays silent. You sense that something is about to be revealed, but you can't force it. And that waiting, oh, that waiting, feels heavier than pain itself. Philosophers called it the space between knowing and becoming. Poets described it as the pause before dawn breaks the darkness. Most people mistake this phase as confusion, but it's not. It's the emotional shift that happens right before truth surfaces. And if you've been feeling restless, detached, intuitive, or oddly calm lately, this message found you for a reason. 1. Why intuition becomes sharper before truth emerges. Right before truth reveals itself, intuition sharpens, not because you try harder, but because resistance weakens. When the mind stops controlling every outcome, perception deepens. You begin noticing patterns you once ignored. A sentence hits differently. A memory returns with meaning. Silence speaks louder than words. Carl Jung believed intuition emerges strongest when logic reaches its limit. When thinking fails, knowing begins. That's why intuition often activates during emotional uncertainty, not clarity. In this phase, your nervous system shifts from defense to observation. You're no longer reacting, you're sensing. That's when intuition cuts through illusion like a blade through fog. You stop asking, "What do I want?" and start feeling, "What is real?" This is dangerous territory for the ego, because intuition doesn't comfort, it reveals. It shows you what you avoided, what you outgrew, what no longer aligns. That's why people often feel anxious right before truth surfaces, not because something bad is coming, but because something honest is. Intuition is not loud. It doesn't beg. It waits until you're quiet enough to listen. And once it speaks, it doesn't explain. It knows. If your intuition feels unusually strong lately, it's not random. It means the truth is close, and your inner world is preparing you to receive it. 2. Emotional restlessness and sudden clarity. Restlessness is often misunderstood. People think it means something is wrong, but emotionally, restlessness is the soul stretching beyond an old truth. You feel unsettled, yet nothing is wrong. You feel impatient, yet you don't know for what. This is the emotional friction that precedes clarity. Rumi once wrote, "Why are you busy polishing your mirror when the reflection is about to change?" That's what this phase feels like. Your emotions begin shedding outdated attachments. Old reactions stop working. Things that once mattered feel distant. And then, without warning, clarity strikes, not as fireworks, as simplicity. Sudden clarity often feels anticlimactic. You don't panic, you don't celebrate, you just see. And once you see, you can't unsee. This is why emotional restlessness should never be rushed. It's not chaos, it's reorganization, like a storm clearing the air. People who interrupt this phase by forcing decisions or seeking constant reassurance delay truth. But those who sit with the discomfort are rewarded with certainty that doesn't shake. If your emotions feel restless but purposeful, trust it. Clarity isn't coming to shock you, it's coming to liberate you. 3. Detachment from outcomes, a big sign. One of the strongest signs that truth is near is detachment. You stop obsessing over results. You stop chasing closure. You stop trying to control how things should unfold. And strangely, you feel lighter. This isn't giving up. It's surrendering resistance. Buddhist philosophy teaches that attachment clouds perception. The moment you release the need for a specific outcome, reality reveals itself. Detachment doesn't mean you don't care. It means you trust life enough to let truth arrive on its own timing. You notice yourself saying, "Whatever happens, happens." Not from numbness, but from inner stability. This state is powerful, because truth cannot enter a clenched mind. It needs openness, space, stillness. When detachment appears, it's because your soul already knows the answer. Your consciousness is simply catching up, and once this phase begins, forcing anything only creates delay. Truth comes to those who stop chasing it. 4. Dreams, memories, and internal knowing. Before truth surfaces, the subconscious speaks louder. Dreams become vivid. Old memories return unexpectedly. A face, a conversation, a feeling from the past resurfaces, not to haunt you, but to inform you. The subconscious doesn't use logic. It uses symbols. And when truth is near, those symbols intensify. You may wake up with a strange certainty, or feel something deeply without explanation. This is internal knowing, the highest form of intelligence. Nietzsche believed that deep truths are felt before they are understood. That's why this phase feels emotional rather than intellectual. Your mind asks questions. Your soul already has answers. Pay attention to what repeats, what refuses to leave your awareness, what feels emotionally charged without reason. Truth whispers before it speaks, and those whispers come through dreams, memories, and silent realizations. 5. Why forcing answers blocks revelation. Forcing answers is the fastest way to block truth. The mind believes effort brings clarity, but truth doesn't respond to pressure. It responds to openness. When you demand answers, you're operating from fear, and fear narrows perception. It creates noise where silence is needed. Think of truth like water. The tighter you squeeze, the faster it escapes. This is why meditation, stillness, and patience have always been gateways to revelation, not because they create answers, but because they remove interference. The moment you stop asking, "When will I know?" you begin knowing. Letting go isn't passive, it's intelligent trust. And when resistance ends, truth doesn't arrive dramatically, it simply is. Final message. You don't need to chase truth. You don't need to force clarity. You don't need to demand answers. Truth surfaces when resistance ends, when attachment loosens, when silence becomes safe. If you're in this emotional shift right now, trust it. Something real is aligning beneath the surface, and when it rises, you won't feel confused. You'll feel grounded, certain, free. Because real truth doesn't shake you, it settles you. If this message resonated with your inner world, don't ignore it. Subscribe for more deep psychological truths, intuition insights, and emotional clarity. Like this video so it reaches others who need it. And comment below. Are you feeling this emotional shift right now?